Hey, and good afternoon. Let's talk about with great feminine power comes great responsibility. I was actually going to try and go live. You know what? I might need to put my thingies in, my headphones in. All right. That way I've got a microphone that's a little closer. I was gonna try to do like StreamYard and be all fanciful and whatnot, but I didn't like it. I don't like not being able to look at people where they're at, and I didn't want to be like I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So hello. We are talking about with great feminine power comes great responsibility. Yeah? Because so many of us are calling ourselves queens and goddesses. You know, we are queens and goddesses and need to be treated as such. And that's true. That's all very true. However, what we forget is that if you're a queen or a goddess, you have a lot of responsibility. With all of that power comes a lot of responsibility. And it would seem or appear that some of us want all the perks of being the queen and the goddess without the responsibility part of it, without taking ownership of our actions and our choices. We want to play the victim when it's appropriate, and then we want to have the title of queen or goddess when it suits our power, when it's convenient. And that's not at all how the feminine works. That's not how feminine power is meant to work. So with great feminine power comes great responsibility. Yeah, I was thinking about this, and then I saw someone else's post. I think it was Spirit Halima. Check her out here on Instagram and on Facebook. I didn't read her whole post because I didn't want my message to be convoluted with hers, but I caught the first couple of lines. And, she speaks to this, and a few others speak to this radical responsibility, right? So basically, women, what this means is we need to be responsible for the men we're sleeping with. We need to be responsible for the men that we are birthing children with. This excludes forced activity. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but just in case, this excludes sexual assault, y'all. Right? I'm talking about you want to go out there and be in the streets, right? You wanna hope that he likes you, right? And you wanna chase him until thank you, Ayana. You wanna chase him until he's yours, right? And then when he turns out not to be what you wanted him to be, now he's a narcissist and a liar and all of these other things, and you had nothing to do with it. You're the complete victim in this. And the reason why this needs to be addressed is because you're right. You are a goddess and you are a queen. I believe that is exactly what women are. Especially my melanated sisters who are using those phrases a lot. I absolutely believe that we are, but I can't sit back while some of you are saying, I'm a queen. Well, if you're a queen, do you understand what that means? It means like you're ruling like a whole kingdom. Right? It's not like Remember the Time video. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you're really a queen, you're running shit. If you're running shit, you're responsible for the people that you're running shit for. If you're a goddess, right? Because again, I believe we are, then you're a creator. You are creating. What are you creating when you choose the men you choose? How are you choosing them? And we have to be honest about this. And I don't need any of the men to get on here and be like, yeah, because look, y'all have your own issues too. I just don't teach you all, but maybe I'll do a something for you all too. But this is for the women. With great feminine power comes great responsibility. So this means if you decide, look, I don't personally care if you decide to sleep with one dude Monday, one dude Tuesday, one dude Wednesday, one dude Thursday, one dude Friday. It is not the quantity, it is the quality of men. And we get that confused too. It is the quality of men. Are all of those men up-leveling your energy? Is there communication and understanding happening? Or are you extracting from them? Are you using their energy? It's cute when we talk about sex magic, like we just gonna use them, like that Eddie Murphy meme, you know, when she uses your sperm for the sex. It's cute. But in real life, that's not queen shit, y'all. That's not queen shit. Because a queen is clear on what's happening. She doesn't need to be subversive and manipulative when she's dealing with a man. Queen doesn't need to do that. She's a queen. A goddess doesn't need to do that. When we're queens and goddesses, we don't have to lie. We don't have to sneak around. We stand tall and firm in our desires, and we know what they are. And we have no shame about them. None. So some women are saying, you know, queen and goddess and feminine responsibility. And like I said, I believe that every woman is that. Let me be very clear. I believe that every woman is that. But then going out in the streets, you know, getting caught up with some dude that seems like whatever, no vetting, no checking in with the pussy, with the energy, no sensing what she's feeling, like what's really happening here. No clearing out of the old drama and the old things that were getting in the way, and the blocks and the daddy and the mommy issues. No, none of that was done. But you want this dude to like splurge on you. My teacher, Perry, she would say that's pimping the feminine. You hold out your feminine energy in order to get something. Again, I got no issues with sex work either. But again, be clear. I've mentioned this before. Be clear that that's what you're doing. But to take sex work and try and disguise it as a relationship, that's not queen or goddess shit. So, so if you're out here claiming these titles that mean something serious, how responsible are you for your life? Have you looked at your relationships and seen where you contributed to where you found yourself? Or are you still pointing your finger like, well, he did this and he did that and he lied about this and it was him and it was him and I was perfectly innocent in all of it, but you chose him. So you're not innocent in all of it because you chose him. So why did you choose him? What were you looking for? What pattern was he fulfilling for you? And see, when we're attached to our pussy power, when we're really in tune with it, like we can smell that shit from a mile away. Like those types of dudes don't even come into your periphery. When you're really living in queen goddess shit, like it's like you have a force field around you that doesn't allow for that type of foolishness to even infiltrate your space. Those men don't see you. You understand? But that requires being really responsible for your feminine power. So let me talk a little bit about sex magic for a minute, because I am a big proponent of sex magic. I don't know what else to call it, so I'm gonna call it sex magic. I know it sounds pretty cool to call it sex magic anyway, but the way, and this is how I used to teach it, because when you know better, you do better, right? Evolution. So the way I used to teach sex magic was in this really extractive way, right? Like you twiddle with your clit, you get something from your feminine energy, boom, you make it happen. And you can do that. I have created all manner of shit through self-pleasure. I have worked my sex magic and made some things happen. And then I learned better that what I was doing was siphoning off, using my own feminine energy, forcing her to do things. I was being the masculine and using my feminine energy in the way that we say we don't want men to use us. Hello? The way we say we don't want men to use us. I was using myself that way. A lot of people out there practicing sex magic using themselves that way. When it's so much bigger than that. And then when you're more in tune with the power of your pussy, you see, you don't even have to utilize that anymore. You can just you can feel into the energetic vibration. You can create orgasmic energy flowing through you without even touching your clitoris and have things happen in your life because you're walking in that vibration. Now that's queen shit. That's goddess shit. And now you're making it happen. And there's a different flow in your life. But this can't happen until we learn to be responsible for our energy. And again, I'm not talking about you put on a dress and you got catcalled and all of that. It's like people will say, you got to be responsible means you got to cover up. No, because your clothes aren't the issue. Things happen to people fully dressed and scantily clad. So that's not the issue, ladies. Please don't fall for that. I'm saying be responsible for your energy. What some of you don't realize and don't know because you weren't taught. And I get it, because we weren't taught. You were taught that your power existed outside of you. That some other being has dominion over you, and so you don't have any power within you except for with this being who, interestingly enough, has been painted as a man, has over you. That automatically has you give up your responsibility. Because you didn't do it. It was the devil. The devil made you do it. It was the evil forces. It wasn't you. See how they are? The powers that be, the structures already position you to not even think about your own power and your own responsibility in your life. Because if something happens, it's the devil. But if you're good, I don't know what that means, but if you're good, whatever that is, then it'll be okay. If you stuff yourself in the box, then you'll be all right. No. I am interested in you as a woman tapping into the power that exists through your pussy, through your womb. I am interested in you being a sovereign individual and knowing that you have the power to create your life, to choose your partner or partners, to decide what you're here on earth to do. We've been so trained to look for the approval of others as women. I love you too, Ayana. We've been so trained to be good girls and make sure everyone else likes us. We've been so trained to be afraid of conflict. We've been so trained to get a check before we do anything. Will they like it? Will they not like it? Is this an approval? Is it not? It's not an approval. I won't do it. Your soul is crying out for you to do something. You're like, I can't. And then we're wondering why Black women are running around with cysts and fibroids and PCOS because your power wants out. And you keep trying to stuff it back in. You've been taught to be afraid of it. I cannot believe that in this day and age, there are women who still believe, and yeah, I'm coming, look, I cannot believe in this day and age, there are women who still believe that the reason why childbirth hurts is because Eve ate an apple. Or because you have period cramps is because Eve ate an apple. Like, I am flabbergasted. I'm being wholly humanly judgmental right now. I am flabbergasted that story is still percolating around the globe, and there are women who still believe that they are sinful and evil. When we are that which brings forth life, Nothing comes into this realm unless it comes from between the legs of a woman. Not a human being. Not one human being. And yet folks would have you believe that you are the weaker sex. And this is not about diminishing men, because here's the thing. They're just as confused. Because we're confused. So everybody's confused. Literally. Like, men are like, what is my role here? Like, what am I here for? Like, what's going on? This doesn't strip them of anything. In fact, when we are in our feminine power, they live in their masculine, and they're like, all right, I'm clear. Let's go. Let's do this. We good. Let's do it. I hope this makes sense to y'all. With great feminine power comes great responsibility. So I say this as everybody's running the streets, because it's summertime in the Northern Hemisphere. Summertime. I know y'all are out there. I know y'all looking for the good dick. It's summertime. I get it. And go look, sis. Go on and have fun with it. But be clear on who you're choosing and why. Come to it with awareness. Don't come to it as a half-ass girl who just wants to have some experience but doesn't want to own the experience. Don't do that. Don't go to some dude's house and scoot your butt over next to him. Call him and say, I'd like to come over because I really want to have sex. Don't go over and play at it so you don't have to be responsible for it. Like don't be putting out the signals hoping he'll catch it. First of all, you're wasting time that you could have been having some really great sex. It's going to take dude like 15 minutes to try and figure it out and all of that dumb shit. We grown, right? We grown. With great feminine power comes great responsibility. Don't be afraid of being labeled something. Because that's really what the fear is, right? Going back to the fear of the pussy. The fear of the power. If I say what I want, I'll be a bad girl. I'll be a hoe. I'll be a whore. And that's not even if you're sleeping with tons of people, right? So let's just go straight like one person. One person, right? Because I know if I start talking about multiple folks, it's a little touchy for people. Even if it's one person, he's not designed to read your mind. Now, when you're in close relation with someone and your energy is clear and his energy is clear, telepathy happens. Telepathy happens. He will in time be able to read your mind. Absolutely. But in order for that to happen, your energy and your frequency needs to be clear enough that it can be transmitted to him. So you're transmitting your frequency over to him, and then he can sense it and feel it. But if you're all kinds of blocked, he can't read anything. So you're gonna have to tell him. With great feminine power comes great responsibility. If you're going to be a queen, be it. Own the queendom. Be sovereign. If you're a goddess, be that. Create. But you cannot say that you are these things and then be a girl in the world and want someone to save you at the same time. Because it's no one's job to save you. No matter what has happened in your life, look, some shit's happened in mine. This is what I was given. This is the bag I have. What am I going to choose to keep? And what am I going to choose to put away? And what am I going to choose to heal from? But notice everything I said is a choice, because it is my responsibility, because no one is coming to save me and no one is coming to save you. So whatever you do this summer, enjoy it, but own it. Own it. You are a queen. I believe that. You are a goddess. I believe that. And with that power comes a hell of a lot of responsibility and a lot of growing up. Not just being an adult, but growing up. That has to happen. All right, thank you, Ayana. All right, that is it for today. Look here. So Reveal opens up on July 26th. There are several payment plans available. Click the link in my bio and schedule your call. Do not read through the page and then think to yourself, oh, I can't do this. Don't do that. Why would you do that? That's not queen shit. That's not goddess shit. Queen goddess shit says, oh, that's what I want. That's what I want. How am I going to get it? We've been too primed to say no and cut ourselves off for fear of disappointment. Set up the call. Set up the call. It's complimentary. Click the link in my bio. You can learn more about it at the page in my bio. All right, all. I love yas. I thank you so much for watching today. Love you. Bye.